Alright guys, so I'm back on the snorkel now. What I'm doing right now is I'm using the tape there just to get the incline of the stack exactly where I want it. And that's pretty good to me. So I also took this piece of metal and I just bent it to fit the contour, because what I need to do is secure it so it doesn't move when I take it back off. And then once it's off, then I can sit there and do the fiberglassing around it. The other thing I was thinking, I had this leftover foam from the knockoff Prinsu rack that I put on. So I'm thinking, actually that's styrofoam. I'm thinking about using that, or I do actually have softer foam too. I'm not sure yet, but one of the two things. I'm gonna have to come up with something to just make it look okay too when I do the fiberglassing, because I don't want it to look retarded either. All right guys, that's where we are. Let's see what happens. All right, so I have some bracing to keep the stack secure so I can wrap the fiberglass around everything. Now these were pretty thick strips of metal, and I don't think I needed them that strict. They were a pain in the ass to bend. But when I get it off, which I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually put in a few more screws just to hold everything together. But I removed the tape, and you can see we're laser straight now with the A-pillar. So that's exactly what I wanted. What I'm doing over here is taking some Flex Seal tape, and I'm just trying to make a smooth transition from this piece to this piece. Because if I was to fiberglass it here and leave and not have any seal to try and make a smooth piece, there could be some air that would get trapped in here and then push back up, which would cause some turbulence and not be a very smooth running intake. Not that this is going to be perfect, but just putting a little bit of a, I don't know what the word is, like a smoother surface for the air to travel down should make it better. So we're pretty much all sealed up here now with the Flex Seal. I'm just going to do this little part here, make sure there's no gaps, so we don't have any air coming into when we lay the fiberglass down. So because we don't want any air leakage into that shell that's going to be the fiberglass. All right guys, so right now we are doing the fiberglassing process. This is quite messy. No matter how many times I do this, I try to always have my gloves properly ready and everything, but it always turns out to be a mess. So we're gonna mat this down some more, put some more resin on that, let it harden, then sand it down, and then hopefully there won't be any holes. Maybe I need a little Bondo here and there, and then I'll spray it. So we're in the process of sanding down our Bondo layer. We're not anywhere close to 1/8 of an inch thick anywhere, but I'm still gonna have to put another coat just to fill in these crevices. So we're getting there. It's gonna take some time to smooth everything out. But I don't know if anybody's ever not done body work, but it's like the messiest thing to do. It really sucks. Anyways, we're gonna keep cracking over here. So I think I've finished doing as much as I want to do sanding wise with the Bondo. This guy's tearing it up with his Harley over here. I know it's not perfect. There's still a few little indents here and there, but I don't really care. I'm just going to spray it now. I want to get this on the truck as quick as possible. I think it should look pretty decent. So I just put some foam together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch some holes through the foam, and this is basically going to be the take up the space between the snorkel and the fender on the areas where, because of the 4-inch bulge, it creates a bit of an arc from the fender to the back of the snorkel, so we have to take up that space. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to push this down, stick it on here, and then I'll shape it best I can to make it fit on the fender good. So right now what I'm doing is I put the foam, stuck it onto the back of the snorkel, but now I'm shaping it. I don't have an automatic knife for upholstery. I'm always meaning to get one, but I just use this bread knife, which seems to cut it pretty good because it's got a serrated edge. And now we're just shaping it to the form that I think will fit best on the fender. One thing I did mess up is I should have painted this first before attaching the foam. Hindsight's 2020. So we just did our first spray paint job, and I just used the 3M undercoating because I was hoping that would fill in some of these little divots, but it didn't, and I'm too lazy to do anything else with it. So I'm just gonna let it dry, and then we'll have to we're gonna have to put this piece back on, use some JB Weld, then cut the big hole in the fender to accept everything. So that's it for today.